Hello everyone, and welcome to the second part of tutorial sheet 1. In the first video I went, as you can see here, into a lot of depth and detail of how we do this. So what I'm going to do now is, if that was too slow for you, we will quickly jump through each example between A and E. So what I'm going to do first now is just get rid of all of these, and we'll jump on to B through E. And the idea then is you just can get the answers quickly rather than having to sit through all the different ways of doing it. So I'll just delete all of these here. So I'll just change my pen up. Right, so we're going to do part B now, okay? So using the method from the first video, we're just going to go a little bit quicker. So we have 1,270 millimeters, right? And we want to bring it towards the correct SI unit. Don't forget to read the question properly. It's just the unit that we're looking for. It can present the number in any way you want. Right, so it's 1,270 millimeters. So to convert, it is 1 meter, right? So the thing that you want on the top, divided by 1,000 millimeters. All right, so that equals 1, remember? So let's multiply the number part by the number part and the unit by the unit part. All right, so this then is 1,270 times 1 all over 1,000. So we're just effectively dividing by 1,000. And in this case here for the units, it's millimeters times meters all over millimeters. So in that case, the meters cancel out. So don't forget, we're just effectively multiplying by 1. And we have to do the same thing to the units. So in this case, millimeters cancel out. We're dividing 1,270 by 1,000. So we end up with 1.27. That's the number part. And now the unit part, meters. And as I said before, you can present this number any way you want, as long as your unit is correct. So I won't go into detail there, we'll just keep driving on. So we'll move on to part C now, so C. So in this one, I'll just change the color, it is 0.21 millimeters, so we have to convert it into meters like before. Okay, so same principle again. So 0.21 multiplied by 1 all over 1,000, that's the conversion of millimeters to meters. And like before, the millimeters cancel out, so we're left with meters. So because this is 1 meter divided by 1,000 millimeters, which equals 1, so I'll just cancel out the millimeters already. So this 0.21, we're going to have to divide by 1,000. So, I mean, the quick way of doing it would be just go 0.21 by 10 to the minus 3. Why 10 by the minus 3? Because this is 1 by 10 to the minus by 10 to the minus 3, because it's below the line. If this 1,000 was above the line, it'd be 1 by 10 to the positive 3. So in this case, it's just by 10 to the minus 3. So we get 0.21 by 10 to the minus 3 meters. Now, you can present it that way. It doesn't look great. You could do 2.1 by 10 to the minus 4 meters. So you're just bringing this forward, and there it goes. All right, or sorry, should I say backwards. So we know that it's actually smaller. You know, when 2.1 might make it look big, but we carried that over with the minus 4 here. So that's the answer. Either of these I'd accept in the exam, because remember, as I said, the question only asks for correct SI units, right? We'll make sure to read the question. So either of those are correct. So we'll drive on and we'll do part 2. So now we're going away from millimeter to meter, and we're going to newtons. So in this case, part D is 2 kilonewtons, and this is relatively easy, so we have to convert to just newtons. So we know that kilo should I say, is 1 by 10 to the 3. So this could read as 2,000, that's all converted to zeros, newtons. And that's your answer, simple as, or 2 by 10 to the 3 newtons. Either are correct because we're only looking for the correct unit. In this case. Newtons, kilonewtons is not correct. So moving on again as quickly as possible. We'll go to part E. So in E, it's quite similar again. It's 1 meganewton. So again, you have to know what these letters represent. So in this case, mega is 1 by 10 to the 6, right? So mega equals 1 by 10 to the 6. So like megabyte. So again, you can go, this is going to be quite large. All right. You should go to 1 million newtons, or sorry, yeah, 1 million newtons are easier to write out, and this is why we do this notation, 1 by 10 to the 6 newtons. Again, either of these ways are correct, because it's the unit, the correct unit that we're looking for. All right, so that's A to E, and quite quickly, in fact. But what I'm going to do is, in the next video, we're just going to go through a couple of the more difficult ones in question 1.